WCTC.
No time to call Jersey Central? Join the conversation online and be a part of WCTC's real-time talk. Like 1450 WCTC on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at 1450 WCTC. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
Think we could listen to the radio
on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
It's 8:08, hour number 3 of Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. I am Bert. Good morning to you. Our Need to Know Things are coming up a little bit later on here in this 8 o'clock hour. But, of course, it's coming back this week, the long-awaited return of the Chek, New Jersey Festival of Ballooning. I have waited all year for this coming weekend. It's in its 35th year at Solberg Airport in Reddington. You got a couple days left to go this week to take advantage of a very good ticket discount offer for you. And joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline, and this is the guy that makes the whole thing happen every year. Just an incredible job he does of producing the Chek, New Jersey Festival of Ballooning, and he's really grown this into one of the biggest and best balloon festivals that you'll find anywhere in the United States. Let's say hello to our good friend Howard Freeman, who is back with us this morning. Hey, Howard, it's Bert Barron. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, B squared. I'm living the dream.
Man, do I sound excited, Howard? I'm genuinely excited for the return of the Balloon Festival. I look so forward to this each and every July, and I'm so excited that we're going to get back to it this weekend.
We appreciate that, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Everything is looking good. All the preparations are in order. My ops team is down at the field at the airport as we speak, setting it up. All the Chek people there setting up their 4,500 square foot tent, and this is, you work 362 days a year to have a great party for these 3 days, so we are getting ready.
And you're serious about that, too. As soon as that festival wraps up on Sunday, I bet with you the wheels are turning Monday morning. Like, what can we do next year to make it better than this year? You're constantly thinking about that, right?
Well, actually, we think about next year from months ago, different acts that, we had looked at getting this year, but maybe we're routed on the West Coast or something like that. We've already been in touch with different unique things, different unique balloons that may be in the pipeline. So, yeah, when my friends ask me if I work 3 days a year, I kind of laugh. But we all kind of laugh because it's a heck of a team effort. But it's a fun thing, and as I said, it culminates this weekend, and we're really excited about that.
I'm glad you brought up about the special-shaped balloons, because where does a guy go? Is there a resource that someone says, well, let me see what the cool balloons are that are soaring around the world right now, and let me see if I can book them for my festival? You've got to be so well-connected with balloonists around the world.
You go to Special Shapes or Us.
Is that what it is?
No, I'm just kidding. There's actually, I'm sorry about that. There's a few balloon manufacturers. A number of them in Brazil right now, for some reason, make a lot of special-shaped balloons. And, my balloon meister, Larry Konash, is the CEO of a balloon insurance company. So when those balloons start to be built, he knows about it, but a lot of those people call us. A good example is, maybe 6 months ago, we got a call from a gentleman who owns the Angry Bird balloon, which we've had before and we'll have again this year.
Uh-huh.
And he was commissioned to build a balloon to commemorate Bollywood. Bollywood has a movie coming out in October that's RoboCop 2 featuring Rajananth, which, as you know, is the Robert Redford, the Brad Pitt of India. And so they said, hey, there's a big Indian population in Edison, all over New Jersey. Can we bring that balloon there? But it's the same when a new movie is coming out. Whether it's Up, which has a cool balloon, had a cool balloon, whether it's any of those, and you just follow it. And honestly, a lot of the pilots who build these balloons or the owners of the balloons, there's a limited market of who's going to pay to bring those balloons here, and they're all looking for media, and who has more media than us, located between the number 1 and 3 or 4 in Philadelphia,
sure,
media market in the world. So, especially if they have a corporate balloon. So, for example, Simba the Lion is a new balloon that we have this year, which is one of my favorites, and it was built by a pilot in order to commemorate or to bring awareness to the poaching of lions in Africa.
Wow.
And he knew that if he brought it here, kids would love it, I love it, but also it would bring awareness to a rough situation. And so you never know. After 9/11, to be honest, with a gentleman named Barry DeLibero called us up and he said, look, I'm so shook by this, I'm going to build an American flag balloon. Are you interested? And I said, absolutely. And, PNC, Salutes America, has has sponsored that balloon since 2002, since right after 9/11 in 2001.
And it's
So,
gorgeous to see
you know,
that giant American flag in the sky is just breathtaking. It really is.
and it truly is. We have that balloon go up as the last balloon. We play either Born in the USA or it's a Grand Old Flag or something like that, and 80,000 people stand as one and applaud. So that's cool. And being a 35th anniversary this year, we wanted to bring back some of the favorites, and one of my personal favorites, or a couple of them, have always been the little bees, Joey and Lily.
Mm-hmm.
And since we've had them the last time, they've had baby Jolie. So they experienced love at first flight, and now we're going to have 3 bees this year. And the cool thing about Jolie, the baby bee, is that it is piloted by the world's only paraplegic pilot, Michael Glenn.
Wow.
Who's one of the most, he's been here before with one of the other bees, and he's one of the most motivating human beings I've ever met in my life. The only thing he has to do different is his basket, instead of the normal balloon basket type of thing, is like a chair from a ski lift. So he sits on that and takes off, and he's amazing. Since we have the bees, we got to have the birds, and as I said, angry birds, so you can learn about the birds and the bees.
Yes, you can.
But we're also, I said Simba the lion. So what's a lion without a few bears? So we have a Bimbo from the bakery bear, and we have a unique photo panda. So hopefully they don't have a bear off or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then, Quik Chek's slogan is fresh and local. So we're bringing back their farmhouse, and they had a social media contest to rename their special shaped balloon this year, and it turned out to be the Quik Chek Barn Voyage, which I thought was pretty
very creative. I love it.
Barn Voyage. So that person who did that got a ride in the balloon on
Nice.
Saturday morning. So that's pretty cool.
Very good.
So
yep.
we have a lot of, and we have the Pepsi flag and the Super FMG, which is a balloon from our sister festival up in Canada in Gatineau. So, for the 35th anniversary, we got to pull out some surprises, or people like you who come every year will say, "What's new this year?"
Yeah, and it's I always see something new. I've been going to this for so many years, Howard. I always see something new every year I go. So we're looking forward to this week. I'll be doing a live broadcast Friday morning at 6 o'clock. I'm sure you'll crash my show at one point, which I always look forward to having you come by. But
I will crash your show. You always tell me I have a good face for radio, and I will hope I still have that look.
Yeah.
You talk about new things this year.
Yeah.
We open up at 1 on this Friday, to the general public. That 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock you're doing is for the media, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But any parents with kids or grandchildren listening right now, for the first time at 1:30, we have a young lady named Lori Berkner, who the New York Times, the fake news New York Times, according to POTUS, but the New York Times, which I've always respected, the grand old lady. We have called this artist the Adele of the preschool set.
Wow.
So if anybody has kids 2 to 8 or grandchildren 2 to 8, Lori Berkner is just an amazing artist. She's very interactive. Kids put on these different hats and costumes, and she's doing really well. So that's one of the new things. We have this Aerosphere acrobatic team of John and Alexandra Knock, direct from Ringling Brothers. Since they lost that gig, there's no more circus.
Right.
So they are going to do an acrobatic act under a balloon.
Wow.
During the festival. And on Sunday morning, as you know, we always kick off the Advil Running with the Balloons 5K in a unique way, whether it's shooting a blonde over the starting line or whether it's having a high dive team. When they hit the water, they start this year. They're going to perform their acrobatic act over the starting line and drop a sign that says "Runners, start your legs."
That's right.
They were finalists on America's Got Talent, by the way.
I can see why.
It's not chopped liver we got out there.
That's for sure. But just really,
we probably have chopped liver in some of our food tents.
You'll find it somewhere, I'm sure. But really, just
we'll find it somewhere. Not to be confused with our regular concessionaire, who is bringing back his specialty this year, which is a funnel cake in the shape of a hot air balloon,
which I
and
love.
the basket will be covered in chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Where else can you get that, Bert?
Nowhere. I have to have one of those every time I go. It's just 3 solid days of entertainment, family fun. And just for a couple days, Howard, we want to remind every people that you, being the dear man that you are, have this very special ticket discount, but it's only good for another couple days. You want to detail how that works?
There's 33% off right now at any Quik Chek store by calling our ladies in the trailer at 1-800-HOT-AIR-9 or by going online at balloonfestival.com. So that's 33% off till this Wednesday at midnight, July 26th. Right now for adults, the ticket's $24, and for kids, it's $10. That'll go up to $35 and $15 respectively. So why not save some money? You take a family of four out there for $60 if you also use the Quik Chek app and save an extra $2. So
beautiful.
What a deal. This year we have our own app at NJ or New Jersey Balloon Fest. It will, if you have that downloaded, it's free, and there'll be all kinds of special deals on site. It'll tell you what's happened with the balloons, what kind of entertainment, when you can see Burt Barron out there, and other superstars like that.
I tried to tell. I had some friends here last week, Howard. One of the bands that's going to be playing on Friday, Experiment 34, who I've got chummy with. I've told them, I said, look, this balloon festival has a way of launching people into some very special things. Demi Lovato, Jonas Brothers come to mind. I mean, back in the day,
R5.
You took a chance on them, put them on your stage at the main stage at Balloon Festival, and they've gone on to great things. So, you know what? If you can get out and see some of these other musical acts that are happening, take advantage of that, because you never know who's going to be the next great act that got their start at Balloon Festival. It's happened. There's a track record there.
One of them might be Jake Miller, who's at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
You never know.
He has over 1 million Instagram followers. He's not hard on the eyes, so young ladies have told me they're definitely coming out to see him. And, while I can't claim credit for George Thorogood and the Destroyers' career, they'll be out there Friday night at 8 o'clock, presented by PNC Bank and followed by a fireworks extravaganza. Saturday night, I wish I could tell you that I kicked off Pat Benatar's act, Love is a Battlefield.
Take some credit for it.
Hit me with your best shot. Okay, she owes everything to me. That's presented by the lottery, and there's a great balloon glow around that. And then at 3 o'clock on Sunday, Bert and I think it was you and me that did the collaboration and wrote the words and the music to Hey There, Delilah, right?
We did.
Which has now been downloaded 140 million times on YouTube.
I remember.
Of course, we haven't gotten any royalties for that, but you know what? Plain White Tees, they're still young. Let them make their money. You and I are doing all right.
Exactly. Balloonfestival.com, 1-800-HOT-AIR-9, and take advantage of that 33% off tickets now through Wednesday. And if this is the first year you've ever come to Balloon Festival, I'm telling you, you're going to have the best time, and you will make it every year. And you could set your calendar. Who knows how many years going forward, Howard? It's always the final full weekend of July is where you've always had this festival, right?
And it always will be. This is the 50th anniversary of Quik Chek, the 35th anniversary of the festival.
Awesome.
And as I've been telling people, as you just said, it's not your father's balloon festival. If you went there 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, last year, you'll see things this year that will amaze and astound you. So, and I'm serious. We have a lot of surprises in store. So I'm getting myself excited for this Friday. I'm going to turn the calendar ahead and get right out there now.
I can't wait. Again, we'll be broadcasting live on Friday morning. And then, of course, the festival will kick off later on Friday. But get those discounted tickets while you still can at balloonfestival.com. Howard Freeman, always a pleasure, my friend. Can't wait to see you on Friday. And congratulations on what's going to be the biggest and best balloon festival yet. And thank you for the time this morning, all right?
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure. And thank you for all your help. I will come by Friday, and we'll have a little fun.
Look forward to